listen and we move on. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back, Mr. Davo. Hope you had a nice cup of coffee or tea.
Yeah, thank you.
La ngamira ye tikando minne.
Yes.
I just wish to remind you that you're still under oath.
Okay.
And you're still testifying in Mandinka.
Aka lafite hakilo bulan lako ye kali hanumbi be o kali o konole andu be sede yaro ke kamaninga kangolto.
Yes.
Before the break, you had told us about the ordeals you encountered at Denton Bridge.
Nimbita dahala ya fonyen ye mantoro lumenu taki saro saloto Denton Bridge.
And that you were taken to the Red Beret.
Yes, samba bere nafa bere urangol la dinkirato, sojaro la dinkirato.
Where you were again beaten.
Je kotake yali lipa.
You also mentioned that an object was thrown towards your direction and it hit a lady.
Nyim foko ye fenna fainang alkang albelarin daming bari atata be musole fe.
To your forehead.
Menketa ifongo to fenketa ifango fanum fongo bala.
And you stated that the lady had a laceration right across the breast.
Andu musonye inata fo baramata asunjoto.
You also told us that they finally let you go.
Inata nyum fanam foko inatali bulale prali eta.
And you walked all the way to Bakau.
Andu itamate singola fo Bakau sa teto.
To Koita Silla's house where you were helped by some women.
Kata Koita la Cordato Koita Silla hanfo musodul fongol nate imako ije.
Took you to Usenu Daba's house.
Wale nate samba Usenu Daba la bungo kono.
I just want to go back to the Red Beret and what happened there.
Akwa lafta murula domanding wo nafa wulentiol bele min Red Berelu we anim menketa je.
I want to know the injuries.
Aka lafta lonna mum barama fason nu leketa je.
That the other people had.
Mo kotangulu menu baramata je lafta lonna mum barama fason nu leketa wulula.
Ha, wala mnyindi modol wali singu nga panyami ye bliparo kama ibulu wali katitale.
Yes, just as I said, some people, because of the beating, they had fractured arms.
Dol single katita.
Some had broken legs.
Balo be tinyata because of liparo.
Some also had some parts of their bodies also harmed because of the beatings. Because even me personally, except the blood that came out of my head from the injury I suffered. But other than that, I did not sustain any other injury. But for beatings and the ache, the pain that I felt in the body, I had that one. Because that day, the kind of pain that I felt in my body, I have never felt that way before. And also what I saw with my own eyes, the kind of fear that I felt that day, I have never felt that way before. Because at that time, I went to an extent whereby I lost hope, and I said today I was going to die. Because of and the reason for that was because of the beatings that I experienced and the difficulty that I was faced with that day.
Yeah.
I just wished for you to clarify something for us. You had earlier mentioned in your narration that you had never seen a dead body till that day, and also you said you didn't know whether the lady that was caught, whether she survived or not. Can you please clarify whether someone died that day?
yenyim foko wolung ye kuje inenema menje menkete ye kijate kote andung wo muso men yala kumo foko men baramata ila je fanan wo fanan baramata nyame asunjoto fo ina ta fo fanan ko inenema furewoje fo wolung so lafta jele seneyandi wo furewo aning wo muso men baramata men momente lafta jele seneyandi la
de muso min benta dala
The woman that was besides me,
ko nga fo nyami muro mi yem man kumoto
just as I told you, the knife that touched me on the head
ole ama asunjoto
was the one that injured her at her breast.
adum bila ama asunjoto
When it landed on her breast,
apatale
she died.
si dai ya apatale
She died.
to musudo
So the other woman,
bring sojarol nade ko F
when the soldiers came and said F,
ya mutamol kono inatada
they took her from the group and went with her.
so after bring na dunta o gumpulol tema
So when they took her to between those two houses,
ko ya lipale
whether they beat her up
ko ku ko te kala
or they did some other thing to her,
man pello woto
I do not know anything about that.
rim bijele ngaje inata final
But I was there when I saw her being thrown out.
pa pata
Whether she died,
pamampa
whether she was still alive,
nabe jampari nyola je bante pempola no
I was far away from her. I cannot say anything on that.
The lady that you mentioned had a cut across her breast. How did you verify that she died?
ako ye muso men kumo fo muroye men sunjo barama isa asede ano nyaadi le ko fatale
bira bembala nkam ponga ka ma nka jiji ten
She was close to me, besides me, and I was shaking her.
anu janne ngaw jiji ro kala
Before I did that shaking to her,
nga ay nguntango dolike
she made some noise.
o nguntango wole atia atina nga ma pour ka jibe because malla nga manjiko sota e kotek
So that groaning led me to touch her to see if she was still alive.
o apatale
So she died.
belarin tele bala
She was lying on me, close by me,
anata na kija paro gena lafa
and that made me even more terrified
because nene man dead body jewo nyama
because I have never seen a dead body in that state.
o nata na kija paro lafa
That amplified my fear
because ka adama dingo mimbe baluring
because for a human being that is alive
yena muru nga the next minute yo fureje
to turn around and see the individual's dead body,
odla yenki jo parabake odla
that made me terrified so much.
jo parabake
I was so much in fear.
Did you know that lady?
ako fo yo muso lo ne bang
well ma long
I do not know her.
I don't know her.
Apart from that lady, did you see anyone lying around not being able to get up?
ako muso kola fo inata modo jele me yalon ko abe laring amman wulino afai
mo doli bije ni me ma ko ite wolti tala no ite wulla no
Yes, there were other people who would not be able to help to get up without assistance.
How about the driver, the one that was driving your truck?
ako drive fo dum memba la moto borindi kandum wala ko be mun fono la auto nyintembe
well atele ko nata pilinna la hana ben kono odla ma ata ko kalamta la ko odla to ya
So I eventually lost track of him, and even if he were amongst us there, I was not able to verify that.
Do you know the driver's name?
ko fo drive fo nyin tolon ne bang
to nya dia da ma to long
Frankly speaking, I do not know his name.
You also mentioned that when they asked you to go home,
enyum fanam fo ko ya fali tumen prali esai
You left some people behind because they could not get up and go.
aliye modol to koma je men yalon ko e mangulino e fayye pour yeta
And you met up with a group of soldiers
andu biri tata alnin sojar dolu benta sojar kafo
who asked you about the ones that are left behind.
men ye inyininka alitanyolu la aliye mennu to koma.
Do you know what eventually happened to those people?
Fo inata lon ne ba muneketa wolula
wolu toñal diata ol man ne la ko kulon ko take.
Frankly speaking, I did not get to know anything about their fate.
When you went to Usainu Daba's house, did you eventually receive any medical attention for your injuries?
ako biritata Usainu Dabo la kordato fodum inata makoyro sotone pour ila baramolu fo e si jaral soto bang
birin yam putandi je.
Yes, when I was taken there,
Kataba ke gal yenchika I wori tan na yenchika ole nyama yembulani moto ko en samba Dr. Cisse la clinic oto.
immediately, because they were worried, they took me to Dr. Cisse's clinic.
Birin tara je ngam moño dol pana tara je.
When I arrived there, I found some of my other colleagues there.
Can you tell us if those ones that you found there were in the same group that you were walking to go home?
fodum yed mennu tara Dr. Cisse la loptano to fodum o mo kilingolo ini mennu tamata ali singula ka saynan fo wol dol fanal bi jele bang
Ha wol pana dol bi je.
Yes, some of those were there.
Because birin putara sitting corner.
Because when we got to the sitting corner,
Birin tol duntaning bakawla.
when some of us went towards the Bakau end,
Indone dole serekunda tilinja umuta.
some continued headed towards Serikunda.
Wol ming ta continue ta wol tara direct pipeline Usenia.
Those that went straight to Serikunda went on to Hosseini's house in Pipeline.
Hospital finally arrived taji.
They got there that night.
You said you arrived at Westfield by 12 p.m.
ko e fulata Westfield talantan nim fula wato suto
Tuto talanta nimpula watu.
Yes, 12.
Can you recall what time you arrived at the bridge?
ko foy hakilo sibulala le wati jumalon al futata saro saloto
Bridge odom be putara je watu maybe 12:30 or some minutes to 1 ma fa.
When we got to the bridge, would be around 12 towards 1.
How long did your ordeal last till the time you were asked to go home?
illa wo bata aliyo mantoro men takije ya mera woye wato yirku jelleta fo janni ba falal yesay
Wo da like 3 hours sile na taro ibulo kono.
That could be almost 3 hours.
3 hours or more than 3 hours.
3 or more than 3 hours.
Sile.
With respect to your own personal injuries, did you eventually receive the much needed medical attention?
ako ite fango bala jato ila baramulu fodum inata jaral sahari ngo soton ne bang pour e kelaw jararo kelaw baramulu jar
Kabirin ye ntala dabo ya yen samba Dr. Cisse la clinic.
When they took me to Dabo's compound and eventually to Dr. Cisse's clinic,
Jeto nada inject penkoso
there I was given injection.
e borol dinna.
They gave me tablets,
Bari wolungole fana ye release je.
but I was also released on the same day.
Because iko yene poe konyanta tala gunjur lendita carte pay waleto.
Because they said I was going to return to Gunjur. That was where I was going to vote.
So I ye release.
So they released me.
Inada samba back to Usain Daboya.
So they took me back to Hosseini's compound.
So wo ularo around 5
So that evening, around 5,
ye moto organize
they organized a vehicle
to come some say in the gunjur.
to return me back to Gunjur.
But ndepongole nada time or delay
But I delayed time
because watu atara wo aran sara kola
because that time, after the evening prayers,
nin tata gunjur
if I return to Gunjur,
mbe dunna mbe tilo soto la dal.
I will take a whole day.
Mbe tilo dunde mbe suye tilo mbe dunna tilibulole.
I'll get there in the afternoon.
To malla fi wala.
And I did not want that.
Because atara rumo putara gunjur.
Because at the time, rumors had already reached Gunjur. Some people even said that I was dead.
Even Bama, Birin Tata Pong, Birin Putaram, Bama, Bama, and Jakumbota Polo, Akonye Umaru, Imponye Koi Patale.
Even my mother, when I arrived and she saw me, she cried and said to me, Omar, they had reported that you are dead. That was why I did not want them to take me out of that time and return me. That was why I personally delayed my leaving.
Around 6.
Until around 6. Then I started to go. But when we got to Gunjur,
it was around Pitirikola Kata Sapo Kang.
It was getting dark.
So
when we got there,
Wato Sandam Bojang.
That time, Santang Bojang, may God be merciful on him.
Wato Atelemu UDP Molka Benatelea.
At that time, UDP people used to meet in his house.
So the
vehicle took me to that place. When I alighted, and people saw me, many people came out from their houses rushing to see me with their own eyes. Some of them were asking me. Some of them asked difficult questions. Santang Bojang took me into the house. We got into the room. So when people dispersed, I got back. I returned to my home. When I got to my home, I lay down. In the morning, my mother warmed some water before I went to vote. She warmed some water and she was massaging me. After I voted, I returned.
For more than a week.
It took me almost more than a week. My mother would massage me on a daily basis, every day. Because I stood myself and said to her, I am not dead, I am here alive. But the pain that I feel inside my body is too powerful. That was when my mother took it upon herself to be massaging me. And with the blessing of God.
The torture that you went through, how has that affected your life?
Except this arm, soldier.
At this right moment.
At this moment. Except this soldier that is paining me.
Because
sometimes if I lie awkwardly, it used to dislocate. And if that happens to me, I would have to sit still to allow the pain to subside. Then afterwards I will regain my comfort. Even if I stretched my hands in front of me and stretch it hard, you see this hand usually is stiff, it doesn't come back. That also is my problem.
Did this incident have any emotional or psychological impact in your life?
Akod nying kuolu men ketela teng fo ay mantora do sabu male ila sondo moto miraro aning ila hadamaya kolto.
Yes, among kuti nyan sondo mo bara kuola time minam boda kuokono.
Yes, it did not do any negative impact on my psychology, but after I experienced that ordeal, at that time,
I entered about nearly a month.
It took me almost a month. When I lay down in the night,
I cannot sleep.
I cannot sleep.
I
cannot sleep at all. Because I used to think it's like I was
Just like I was still witnessing the same thing.
To akatina mbika sino no.
And that made me to be unable to sleep. That took me well over a month. But I give thanks to God. I am a person whom you know that sometimes even if I am feeling pain, I could be with you and I will not tell you. But I know what is in me. And I used to do that too.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dabo, for answering my questions.
Mr. Dabo,
Mr. Chairman, I'm done with the witness.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you very much, my counsel, for that, and thank you, Mr. Dabo, for coming to testify before us. And sorry about the horrible experience that you have also endured. Oh, sorry.
Chairman ko numbara bake Mr. Dabo yemantoro mentaki aketa balafate andung bitun isi haketu ila kulu atlata nyamin.
Before I turn to the commissioners for any questions they may have, I just want to seek a small clarification.
Ako janna commissioner bula puri ye nyinin ka lafta dula nding senayandila.
When you left the Combos to go to the provinces for the tour, were there any contingency plans made by your team? Contingency plans would relate to how to react in the confrontation that you said happened in Jarakrantaba, I believe Sanklekunda, Farafenye, and I'm not sure if Simon Pachanki also, if it happened there with the APRC supporters. Were there any contingency plans on how to deal with that, or was it, interpreter, just allow me to finish the point, or was it a spontaneous reaction on the part of members of your team?
Ako fo ali fere de dale misali kama ning fitina tata wuli al ning ali nyosa banyolu tema fali fere de dale bang ateli nyanta tala menna misali kama ni ali boyinkan wala ning keleketa fali yo fero parendi le jannali be silo tala fodum katu keloketa karantaba aning altata dinkira ko tangol ko ali yali kelendi damen ko farafenye bitum fodum ali yo fero parendi le jannali be wulla fodum birin al futata o dinkiral to yali boyin kan aliye jabe nyami aketa nyale maten rong o keta tere makolti fa keta wala nyama
birin budada indlaldo akaki tere makolti.
Yes, when we got to these places it used to be spontaneous,
but janning ka move dawoda,
but before we moved anywhere,
anamadi ngoy to nyabo
human being speak the truth,
na kebalu
our elders,
especially
Usenu, when we embark on any movement, he's usually someone that advises us that violence, if anyone troubled us, we should run away from it. We should not be creators of violence. He used to advise us on that. And there were people also within us that you know, when there is a problem, they are the ones that used to come. They are in our group. They are also elders. They used to come and give advice to calm down things. Yes.
What I'm driving at really is whether or not you had a fighting squad in your group that would lead the fight against your opponents. If that is the case, then you probably had some plans made on how to react to that.
Ako abe menno kan ka senandi wala nyindi ko alla kafo kono fodun aliye molu soto jele men ya lonko wulu pareri ngole ka wuli pour nin kelo wulta wolle be kala kele lalti wolle be wuli la pour ka keloke fodun ali ka wuli la tenero ka lafta wala koyndi la woto wolem nyindi ko allaw molu menu ka kelo kale men ya lonko aliye parendi kelo kama woto silango baytan la ko atel fanam pareri ngole wulta ka lafta jele seneyandi la
well ntol well,
we do not have anyone in our group that we prepared for fighting. Because our purpose is not for fighting. Our purpose is to campaign. In our group, there is no one that we prepared for the sole purpose of fighting. The violence is always spontaneous, and so we just get into it like that. Surprises us, and we get into it like that. But there is no prepared group within us for the purposes of fighting. Because our leaders usually advise us to desist from fighting, even quarreling.
Maybe I should conclude this point. It's a very short one with an analogy. I probably would give that to you in Mandinka. Ninkonkoro betamala. And yalo ne kafu nyato kelo binale ning kore konkoro ni whatever baby men confront la. Ikaifa organize nyamen kitariake komuson nin kondiul wole tambi ñaato sim konsimbarol wole tu koma kelo ñinke bari konsimbarol ñilu be la komal fatel ta ñinto ale konsimbarol sudal konal no dal fundita bita kelo la o kongol men fundita konko rewñi wala mantra ta la pour que ta kelo la bari e confrontation ñin soto e ñaato jete o ñaal mbe point men jube kanemu wala mu fo a low group nyinkono kata liya fa alfa organize nyame moto mem tomu democracy de wala katu koma wala ma la konsimbaroti o konsimbaro moto nyinkono no konsimbar dolbe jele ba mel yalon ko nin ku ke dal ya fo nyile ko fempela ke da janto atel wule alien defend
the analogy I am given is the instance of baboons. Usually the females and the little ones are in front and the male ones, the stronger ones, are behind. And given that you told us that your vehicle, democracy, you are usually behind, it would appear as if somehow within that group you had some strategies for self-defense in the case you were attacked. Yes, our vehicle, we are usually behind, but we used to fight. But it used to be surprise fights or spontaneous fights. It's not to our liking. They just trouble us and trouble starts. Because during the campaign, we were not in the same line with the APRC. They went
for more than 3 days.
After that, we also embarked on our journey, and we never met. So the fight is a surprise to us. And each time we are surprised any time.
Yeah,
yes, democracy, we fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Are you one of the male baboons?
Yeah. Imam C, you have any? Please, you have the floor.
Omar Dabo.
Imam C ko Omar Dabo.
Commissioner Imam C. Auto bi ngeen fekkoon Farafenni mu ngi taxaw.
Ako aliye moto men tara lorim Farafenni.
dafa am ñu ko fa defoon wala dafa paanoon.
ako moto ñim pantale bang folum molle a londi siloka.
Abirim putata je moto la pan kumamam fontoliye.
When we arrived there was no information as to the breakdown of any vehicle there. We found the vehicle on the road, and we made it known to them that we wanted the vehicle off the road. And nobody got up to make any efforts. And so that was when we volunteered and alighted and pushed the vehicle. We somersaulted it to the other side.
Why laaju len kan moko fa def.
Ako bare al manyinin karke jumale nyim moto ke siloka.
Ani tonya di manyinin karke.
No, that is true. We did not make any inquiries.
Because a police station of Balalom.
This is what we told them, because it was by the police station. Some of our people that alighted, those that were in the front, they went there and they spoke to them to tell them that they should remove the vehicle from the highway. So there was a lot of push and pull. That was when we alighted. We went and forcefully pushed the vehicle.
Wow, ñettel bi auto bi mom
ako sabanjaw
sen auto démocratie la arrêté wala sen auto yu campagne yob la.
Ako ñi moto men ya ke silo kan alota damen amunta akuntuta atella démocratie moto doron ne ñaato bang fo moto dolu men fanal be convoyo ñin kono wala menu be silo ñin kam fa akuntuta moto jamal le ñaato.
Ñaaton ko le fo moto ñin tara lori.
The head of the convoy were the ones that actually met this vehicle standing. So all the vehicles that were going, the whole convoy was at a halt. So there was a lot of talking in front of us. At that time, we did not know what was happening. That was when we alighted from our vehicle. We went there. So when we got there, so we found that there was negotiations to see how to remove the vehicle. So we did not waste any time. We pushed the vehicle and somersaulted it, turned it over the other side of the road, and we continued on our journey.
Thank you very much. Yes, Imam Jallo.
Dabo, I have a question for you.
Dabo, Imam Jallo kay ñinin ka rosoto.
It seems there are 3 groups working together with you.
Abeko la pesa bale beje melni nal be du ko la.
Have democracy.
Democracy soto.
Human rights. And the UDP stalwarts or supporters.
Ani UDP barumalu nolankolu.
Are the democracy and human rights group also part of the UDP group?
Ako democracy aning ikafo moto do me human rights. Folu bebe kafu kilingole kono bang?
They are all within the same group. But I was not in the other vehicle. I did not follow their issues because we are always distance apart. But we are all on the same mission.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes.
To ask a question. First of all, the paramilitary that we are following you from Karantaba, you said there was a fight there, but you said it was after the fight that they arrived. Yeah, Karawan. When you got into a fight in Farafenye, the Paras came and arrested someone in Kerawan. At that time, you said the Paras were at the commissioner's residence. So now the Paras that were following you,
biral futata dentim biriji ale watu jango men keje itel manku keje man ila kumo fana man po ila kumo to mune keta paral lo wato.
Did they stop there? Because when you were narrating the incidents at the Denton Bridge, you said nothing about them. I stopped seeing the paras with my own eyes. That was in Kafuta. When we spent the night in Kafuta. But when we left Kafuta, here around Serekunda area, going up to Denton Bridge, there I did not see any para. There, apart from the soldiers, I did not see any para. After that, those that suffered in suffered injuries in Denton Bridge and Banjul. When you left Banjul and went to Usenudabo's compound, did you discuss about their issue, especially the woman that you said died? Yes, when we got there, they asked me, and I recounted the story. I told them, I explained it to them. So now things are left with the leadership. Yes.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Samba. Have the floor.
Commissioner Samba, Mr. Dabo.
I want to ask you this. You know, you said before you went on a tour so that you could know Gambia, because you were a fisherman, you went on that tour and you returned, given all the hardships that you have gone through. Are you still able to continue your work as a fisherman, or are you redundant?
No,
I am not redundant. In my home, I have a shop. I have a little merchandise in my shop. And so that is what I trade around. And that is where I get my sustenance for my family.
But
that does not affect my fishing activities. I still go out fishing and come. But fishing, going for fishing, it has affected that. But around the coast, by the beach side, I go to the beach side. I do my in and outs because I do some works there. These are trucks that take fish up country. We used to put the glass in them. We do all of that. So that's the kind of work that I do right now. That's what I do.
Fisheries department
the fisheries department that is there. The committee that is there. They were impressed with my work. So they took me. And they employed me in their ice room. I started work in that ice room this month, the 1st.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Carr. The floor.
Thank you. I have two questions. The first is the two names that you selected, democracy and human rights. What influenced it? Why did you name your groups those two names?
Ako nyininkar membabul wala mnyinti ali nyin to fulolu menu la motola motodo democracy motodo human rights ako muna yosabu.
Well, I came and I found those names there already. So I cannot tell you this is the reason why these vehicles were given those names. Because I came and I joined the vehicle and heard the vehicle being called that name. And so I took it that way.
Thank you. The second question is quite a number of witnesses that came here who suffered victimization still live with the pains of those victimization. Is that the case with you too? Do you still suffer from the torture that you experience? Does it still affect you in one way or the other?
Ako to nyamo jamana ta sede yaro kijang adun hanimbi kanyim foko ye mantoro lumenu taki balajata dimingu ning ila sufolu dolu ye mantoro lumenu soto dimingu be bala fokata bula bila ako fodun ita fana wo kukilingo le be fana dala bang balajato kono dimingu be bala le meya lonko yasoto mantoro le kono menkari ibatandi fokana bula sayna
nte dimin kilingo min benna
for me the only one pain that I have right now, the pain that I can say that is disturbing me, that is my soldier. Sometimes if I lie awkwardly on it, sometimes it dislocates. Sometimes. Sometimes even if I hold pick up a stone with this hand,
I cannot throw it.
I cannot throw it.
Because
even my bare hand, if I should throw a punch, I will dislocate it will dislocate. I can hold something and pick it up with it. I can hold something and I can work with it. But to hold something and throw it, or to lie on it, or to make my hand in another way, if I want to do this hand as I can do it with the other one, my soldier used to dislocate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If there are no further questions, Mr. Dabo, would you have any concluding remarks to make?
Chairman ko ay ñinin karla lu numbara barbitun silang ako Mr. Dabo ite fong pour que la dia mo kumfa foy kuma sutule lafta men yitandila ka banque ka fo mole ingani yo moment
wala mu nte ngani yo mindi.
Yes, my wish is that
wala mu
that is
wo diminta nyawanya
however painful things are,
however
difficult they are, there must be forgiveness. Because this is something that has happened more than 20 years. And today, here we are, all looking at one another. So we must forgive one another. But forgiveness is an intention. And that is where it comes from. When you say you forgive, you must agree to the latter. That is when God will accept your forgiveness. But to just merely say, I forgive, just empty talk, and that has not gone deep into your heart. But you see, human beings, they just see you. But what is in your heart, they cannot see it. But God, God does not look at the tongue. God looks at the human being's heart, what is in there. Whatever is in the mind of the human being, it's not in doubt as far as God is concerned. God knows all. Therefore, we must forgive one another. As Gambians, there is one thing happening here in Gambia, and I will also want to admonish Gambians on that issue, so that we remove that from our attitude. And what is that?
Tribalism.
And that is tribalism. Tribalism, since I was born and I come to know myself, in this country, I have never known tribalism. In my place, we are together with Manjagos. We are sitting together with Jolas. And our people removed houses and gave to Jolas. And took houses and gave to other tribes. There are Fullers. We are all mixed together. But at that time, But at that time, you never could tell. Nobody behaved to the other in any tribalist manner. But to know a tribalist in this country, that was in this past 20 years. That was when tribalism came into the country. So we have to try and remove tribalism from our issues. If we don't remove tribalism from our affairs, even if 10 presidents were to take office in this country, they will not be able to develop this country. Because to develop a country, the people of the country must unite. They must have one aim and purpose, so that they are now able to work and develop the country. So I appeal to Gambians to remove the issue of tribalism from our affairs, and so that we can together work this country, develop it. Citizens of Gambia, please let's hold on to one another and unite. We are the ones who are brothers, and we are the ones that intermarry. Today, myself, as I speak to you, I am Mandinka, but the woman that lies behind me, her mother and father are all Jolas, pure Jolas, and we have 9 children. We lost one. But there was just no way that you could tell in our house whether this one was Jola or another ethnic group. So we united and we are all one. Yeah. So, Allah Barak. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dabo, for those very kind words, very wise words for the country.
Jaman ko numbara bake Mr. Dabo yo kuma nyimmalu men fo yo kuma kendolu men fo ako numbara be jayla.
And thank you again for coming to the TRRC to testify.
Ako kotake abe jayla inu abe numbara la pour ka song kana CDRO la TRRC commission nyati limola.
Council, we have 45 minutes to go before our lunch break. Are you ready with the next witness, or would we go for the lunch break and then come back?
It would be best to go for the lunch break and then start with the witness after lunch.
Splendid. Good arrangement then. We're going to have a slightly longer lunch break. We come back at 2:30 and continue with this afternoon's proceedings. Thank you all very much. Meeting is adjourned.